Hey YouTube, Dan Otto here, the best 3rd/4th tier Pokemon Go battler in the world, coming at you with my second team from the Go Battle Night. And this team, I wanted to try Zangoose because it was such a beast in I think it was the Great League Remix, where just one of the Great Leagues that it just dominated and it was everywhere because it has that Shadow Claw, which charges very quickly, a Night Slash, which has good coverage for a lot of the meta that you see with Psychic and Ghost, and it has the Close Combat, which is a nuke. And because Zangoose is so attack weighted, it it can one shot a lot of things. So it puts on a lot of pressure for opponents to shield. So I paired it with Mew and Pelipper. As you're gonna see, Pelipper really saved me in a couple of these matches. But Zangoose put in some plays against a couple, for against example, like a Jellicent and Mew. I put in Flame Charge because with this team, you don't have like great coverage against grass, but then I look back on it and you'll see some of the plays. It did not work. I would have preferred the Wild Charge or an Ice Beam because Altaria was a problem for this team. But I did go 5-0 with this team, so let's look at the 5 battles and see how they played out. So in the first battle here, we have Zangoose leading into Skarmory. So this is somewhat of a neutral matchup, and the good part for me is that I can outpace this to the moves. Obviously, Zangoose is very glassy, but I'm already at 2 Night Slashes and almost 2 Close Combats here, so I'm baiting the first one. We see him P-Tide, so that's great. I can shield this up, and I will get to this Close Combat before they get to their move. So I'm going to throw this Close Combat, and then hope it one-shots. If it doesn't one-shot, I'll immediately switch out into one of my 2 safe swaps that I have. And they also simultaneously safe swapped into Altaria, and this is what I'm talking about. I have no move for Altaria here, so I throw the Flame Charge, and at this point I'm just going to buff my attack up and hope that these Shadow Claws can continue to just do some good chip damage, because Pelipper's not going to do much here either. So I'm just going to continue to buff the attack. Maybe they think I'll have a Wild Charge here that I want to buff and then go Wild Charge. So they do shield, which is great. I'm just getting these off, which I've now put it in the yellow, so it's a little more manageable for Zangoose to get this Night Slash off. And it won't KO here, but it's going to come extremely close. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to snipe with Pelipper. So I have Pelipper, which needs to deal with 2 Pokemon. And the first one is the Meganium, so that's good. And then they try to catch the Hurricane on a Skarmory, but all they allow me to do is charge up more. So I think the play was, maybe it's tough to count. Like, I don't count. I don't count because I don't know all the counts. So I don't blame them there, but it's them making that switch and me not throwing allowed me to get to the Hurricane much easier. You'll see in a lot of these matches, so Nidoqueen here, I'm going to go Night Slash. You'll see in a lot of these matches, I had a lot of delay, like around 10 p.m., 11 p.m. Eastern time, that the matches were already like in progress. And you saw counting down 2-1 by the time it loaded there. You'll see some of my videos coming up. It's even worse, where like the opponent's already switched before I get there. So I make a safe swap into Mew here and throw the Surf, because I have both Pelipper and Mew here that are effective against Nidoqueen, because I can just go with the Surf or Weather Ball, and out comes an Azu. And again, this is where a Wild Charge would be good. What I'm doing is, because I don't have a Wild Charge, I'm building up and just going to throw at the last second, because that'll make it look like, oh, I just don't want to be 2-time lowered. So I'm throwing the Wild Charge right at the ending, but in reality, I only have a Flame Charge. So yeah, I don't think I'll be using Flame Charge again. So I have a shield, but I have an almost a full health Azu that I need to throw a Hurricane at, and that may not even KO. And then I also need to worry about their other Pokemon. So I'm going to get this off here, and I think my play at this point is I need my Pelipper alive, so I need to catch, and I do, on the Zangoose. So That's I love Azu because it's the one count I know, and the bubbles are just like a very obvious fast move to count. Able to counter down there. They come in with the Nidoqueen. I have the Weather Ball ready so I can get this off to take the Nidoqueen out. And they have a Metachamp in the back, which is perfect because now I can go Hurricane to take this out. So, although Zangoose is in the title, this was the round number 2 was the Pelipper show. Game number 3, Zangoose into Jellicent. Okay, perfect. This is what I'm talking about. I have the Shadow Claws, which are doing effective. I have the Night Slash, which is going to do effective. And it's Zangoose is a normal typing. So I'm going to take resistance from the Hex and the Shadow Ball. So they throw a Bubble Beam, which is fine. I can now just Shadow Claw this down, and I have energy for whatever comes in here. Plus I have 2 safe swaps if I need to swap out. And they come in with the Bastiodon. So I'm just going to load up back to back here and just throw 2 close combats in a row. And then bail into probably Mew as a safe swap who has Surf. So I'm in a really good position here, having burned 2 shields there and basically preserving some health left on the Zangoose. I'm going to shield this up just because I have 2 shields and I might as well start shielding stuff. And now I'm going to start throwing these Surfs. The problem with this is still not a good matchup for Mew. You're really just in it to try and spam these Surfs off here. I would probably, if they get another move off here, I'm probably just letting this go because, or not letting it go because I do not know what I'm talking about. I could let it go. I guess my thought process is now looking back is that Pelipper is gonna get destroyed, and this was such a dumb move. And this is exactly what I'm talking about. Pelipper, it gets destroyed by Rock, which is the fast move and the charge move. So this almost takes me out. I have enough to throw this at a Deox, but that was a really, really stupid move. Luckily, because I farmed up on Mew so much, I can Flame Charge first to boost my attack, and then throw the Surf immediately after to take out the Deox. And then I'm able to Shadow Claw down on the Bastiodon. But like, this is why I'm a 3rd/4th tier player. That was a really, really stupid play to go into Pelipper there. Like, I really don't know what I was thinking at the time. The wing attacks are resisted too, so not good. And go, we're already mid match. Nidoqueen. So this is not a great matchup. Again, I'm so glassy that I probably need to shield anything up, but I let it go because it's a Poison Fang. Man, I am just all over the place with these calls today. Come in here, know this is a Poison Fang, so let it go. And I get the defense drop, and a Sableye comes in, which is not great because my best for Sableye is the Zangoose. So I got a shield here, and that's all I basically want to do. I'm going to hopefully get to the Surf, and I can't. So this is loaded with energy. I do have a Night Slash ready, so I'm going to throw this here and just try and do chip damage with these Shadow Claws. I got 1 off. Do I go 2 shielded Pelipper? I go 2 shielded Pelipper to take out a whole team. So at this point, I got 2 shields. Pelipper with energy is strong, so I am going to shield this up and just wing attack down because the Nidoqueen takes super effective damage against the Weather Balls. So if the Nidoqueen comes in, I can just spam these Weather Balls, and we'll see what's in the back. And now comes the Nidoqueen, so here comes 1. And here comes the second one, and they make a good catch on their Maywile, but this is not going to hurt me, and I get to the Weather Ball again anyways first to take it out. So now I have a shield, which I'm going to need because I have no energy left, and this is going to get to, with the new move, much quicker now. But I'm able to shield this and Weather Ball to take this out with an over tap there for some reason, but that is another good win. And I think I have the 5th and final matchup here. And we have a slow loading screen. Gyarados. I don't know. Again, this is one of the Pokemons that I don't know which moves are good against it. I know Wing Attack is. So I'm going to probably save Pelipper or come in with Pelipper. I don't want to show immediately. Yeah, so I'm going to come in with the Mew in case they swap out so I can save the Pelipper for it. Unfortunately, because I'm an idiot, this means that Lunge is going to be super effective and almost takes me out here. So now I'm down a shield and 2 Pokemon super low. I go for the Flame Charge here thinking there's no way they're going to go down 2 shields. And they went down 2 shields. So now they come in with the Scrafty. So I'm just going to throw the Surf for chip damage here. But I am in a tricky spot here because I am low on energy. Multiple spots here. I can't come in with the Zangoose because it would just get shredded with the power punches and the counters. So I gotta go Pelipper with 2 shields here. I call the first one, which is a great call because if that foul play hit me, I was in big trouble there. Take out the Scrafty. Out comes the Gyarados, so I have to shield the first one up, even though it's just a cross poison, lowering my defense, and out comes a Galarian Stunfisk. So that I'm glad I have a shield, and I'm glad I'm ahead on energy because I'm going to need a shield right here, and I need to farm up a bit, but I can't farm up too much because the Pelipper. I do not want to take a Rock Slide from the Galarian Stunfisk, or I would be taken out. So I get that off, and I am able to get to a Weather Ball to take this out. So, is this team good? As you saw, Pelipper did a lot of work in those 2 games. Zangoose, I think Zangoose has some play. The problem is he's very squishy, and he like, even when it hits hard, because it's a normal typing, you don't get stab on anything. You don't get stab on the Shadow Claws, Night Slash, or Close Combat. But it's still like very attack weighted and hits hard, as anyone who played in the last cup or remix or whatever it's called knows. So would I build a team around him? You could. I would probably change it up. Like you saw Pelipper take it out. I would maybe go with 2 bulkier Pokemon to offset Zangoose's glass cannon typeness. So that's it. That's my second team. I have a few more teams to show, so I'm just going to keep uploading these every day. And I just finished my first round of the Sylph factions, which I went 13-2, should have been 14-1, but I am an idiot and was watching TV and was distracted. So I will upload that as well this week. So I'll see you guys later on.